They are not ordinary criminals. These individuals have been placed on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list for their direct involvement in crimes related to narcotics, homicide, terrorism, kidnapping, money laundering, and transnational organized crime. As of July 2025, the FBI is actively pursuing 10 of the world's most dangerous fugitives. Among them, the most recent addition is Cindy Rodriguez Singh, who replaced Jose Rodolfo Villarreal Hernandez, apprehended in 2023 after years on the run. Each of these fugitives operates behind some of the world's most notorious criminal networks, protected by weapons, wealth, and underground connections that stretch from North and South America to Europe and the Middle East. 1. Cindy Rodriguez Singh. Cindy Rodriguez Singh is currently wanted by the Federal Bureau of Investigation and has been placed on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. She is charged with first-degree murder in connection with the death of her 6-year-old son, Noel Alvarez, in Everman, Texas. In March 2023, local law enforcement initiated an investigation after discovering that Noel had been absent from school for an extended period. When questioned, Cindy Rodriguez Singh falsely claimed that her son was living with his biological father in Mexico. Immigration records later confirmed this was a fabricated story. There was no evidence Noel had ever left the United States. On March 31, 2023, Cindy Rodriguez Singh, along with her new husband, Arshdeep Singh, and other family members, departed the United States for India on a commercial flight. Noel was not with them. Noel was already deceased. Evidence gathered during the investigation directly links Cindy Rodriguez Singh to the child's death. To this day, Noel's body has yet to be located. However, forensic evidence from the crime scene, witness statements, and investigative findings provided sufficient probable cause to charge Singh with first-degree murder. After fleeing the United States, Cindy Rodriguez Singh was federally indicted on charges of first-degree murder and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. On July 1, 2025, she was officially added to the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. According to investigators, Cindy Rodriguez Singh is a female, born in 1989, a United States citizen of Mexican descent. She is between 5 feet 2 inches and 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing between 140 and 160 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. She may be using false identities or fraudulent travel documents while evading capture. Singh is believed to be hiding in India, potentially receiving assistance from her husband's family or close associates. The FBI warns that she may be dangerous. Do not approach. Do not attempt to confront. A reward of up to $250,000 United States dollars is being offered for information leading to her arrest and conviction. Cindy Rodriguez Singh remains a fugitive wanted for murder. 2. Giovanni Vicente Mosquera Serrano. Giovanni Vicente Mosquera Serrano is one of the most recent additions to the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. He is accused of holding a leadership role within a transnational criminal organization responsible for drug trafficking, money laundering, terrorism financing, and violent criminal networks operating across South America, particularly in Venezuela and Colombia. Mosquera Serrano has been identified as a key figure in Tren de Aragua, a notorious criminal organization originating in Venezuela. Under his command, the group expanded its operations beyond prison walls, taking control of civilian territories across Venezuela and extending its influence into Colombia, Peru, and Chile. This organization is involved in acts of violence, extortion, human trafficking, and the cross-border transportation of narcotics, particularly cocaine. According to federal indictments filed in the Southern District of Texas from mid-2024 to early 2025, Mosquera Serrano directly oversaw the smuggling of approximately 30 kilograms of cocaine from Colombia into the United States. The narcotics were trafficked through underground networks operating in the Houston, Texas area. Profits generated from these activities were reinvested into further criminal enterprises. the procurement of firearms, the consolidation of power within Tren de Aragua, and the financing of terrorist operations aimed at destabilizing regional security. Mosquera Serrano has been charged with conspiracy to distribute narcotics internationally, conspiracy to provide material support to terrorist organizations, and participation in organized criminal activities. A federal arrest warrant was issued on June 24, 2025, and on the same day, he was officially added to the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. Giovanni Vicente Mosquera Serrano is a Venezuelan national, born on March 23, 1988. He is approximately between 5 feet 8 inches and 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighs around 180 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. The fugitive may be using false identities, forged passports, or other fraudulent documents to move between countries. He is believed to be hiding in Venezuela or Colombia under the protection of senior members within the Tren de Aragua organization. The FBI warns that he may be dangerous. Do not approach. Do not attempt to confront. The United States Department of State is offering a reward of up to $3 million for information leading to his arrest and conviction. 3. Alejandro Rosales Castillo. Alejandro Rosales Castillo is wanted by the Federal Bureau of Investigation for murder and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. He was added to the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list for his direct involvement in the murder of Truc Quan Sandy Lai Lee, a 23-year-old woman residing in Charlotte, North Carolina. According to investigations conducted by the FBI and the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, at the time of the crime, Alejandro Castillo was only 17 years old. Castillo and the victim had previously been in a romantic relationship while working together at a local restaurant. In August 2016, Castillo contacted the victim to arrange a meeting, claiming he intended to repay a debt of approximately 1,000 United States dollars. They agreed to meet on August 9th of that year. However, evidence indicates that Castillo had no intention of repaying the debt. He coerced the victim into withdrawing a large sum of money from an ATM, then lured her to a remote, wooded area outside Charlotte. There, Castillo shot Sandy Lai Lee, killing her at the scene. Her body was later discovered in a nearby ravine. On August 17th, her remains were positively identified. After the murder, Castillo and his new girlfriend, Amia Feaster, drove the victim's vehicle out of North Carolina to Arizona. The car was later abandoned at a bus station in Phoenix. From Arizona, Castillo and Feaster crossed the border into Mexico through the Nogales port of entry. Investigators determined that Feaster was not involved in the murder itself, but did assist Castillo in fleeing. She later returned to the United States, where she was apprehended and charged with aiding and abetting unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, though she was not placed on any international fugitive list. A federal warrant for Alejandro Rosales Castillo was issued in February 2017, charging him with murder and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. On May 25, 2023, he was officially added to the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. Alejandro Castillo is a United States citizen, born on August 16, 1998. He is approximately 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighs around 180 pounds. He has black hair, brown eyes, and is fluent in Spanish. Castillo may be using false identities to hide in Mexico, particularly in the states of Aguascalientes, Guanajuato, or Veracruz. The FBI warns that he is considered dangerous. Do not approach. Do not attempt to confront. A reward of up to $250,000 is being offered for information leading to his arrest. Alejandro Castillo is wanted for murder. 4. Wilver Villegas Palomino. Wilver Villegas Palomino is wanted for crimes related to narcotics trafficking and terrorism financing. He is a senior leader within the Northeastern Front of the National Liberation Army of Colombia, ELN, one of South America's most dangerous terrorist organizations. He was placed on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list due to his leading role in transnational drug trafficking, terrorism financing, and threats to regional security. According to federal investigations, Villegas Palomino oversees all cocaine production, transportation, and distribution operations for the ELN within the Catatumbo region, located on the border between Colombia and Venezuela. This area is a critical hub for cocaine production in South America, home to numerous drug processing laboratories. Under his leadership, these laboratories operate continuously, producing an estimated 200 metric tons of cocaine per year, much of which is trafficked to the United States, Europe, and other regions worldwide. Revenues generated from these operations directly fund terrorist activities, attacks on law enforcement, weapons purchases, and violent campaigns aimed at destabilizing governments in Colombia and Venezuela. On February 13, 2020, Villegas Palomino was indicted by the United States District Court for the Southern District of Texas, Houston Division, on charges of narco-terrorism conspiracy, international cocaine distribution conspiracy, and international cocaine distribution. According to the FBI and DEA, Villegas Palomino is designated as a Consolidated Priority Organization Target, CPOT, a designation reserved for individuals leading transnational drug trafficking organizations that significantly impact United States national security. He is also a primary target of the Organized Crime Drug Enforcement Task Force, a joint law enforcement initiative of the United States Department of Justice. The United States Department of State, through its Narcotics Rewards Program, is offering a reward of up to $5 million for information leading to his arrest and conviction. Wilver Villegas Palomino is a male Colombian national, born on October 21, 1981, in Curumani, Colombia. He is approximately 5 feet 7 inches to 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighs around 190 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. The fugitive may frequently travel between Colombia and Venezuela using fraudulent documents or traveling under the protection of armed ELN operatives. The FBI warns that he is considered extremely dangerous. Do not approach. Do not attempt to confront. The United States Department of State is offering up to $5 million for information leading to his capture. 5. Bhadreshkumar Chetanbhai Patel. Bhadreshkumar Chetanbhai Patel is wanted by the FBI for murder and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. He was added to the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list for his involvement in the murder of his wife, Palak Patel, while both were working a night shift at a donut shop in Hanover, Maryland, in April 2015. According to FBI investigation reports, on the night of April 12, 2015, Patel and his wife were working at a donut shop owned by a relative. Shortly before midnight, while customers were still present in the front of the store, Patel led his wife into the back kitchen area where there were no surveillance cameras. There, he used an unidentified blunt object to inflict fatal head injuries. After committing the crime, Patel fled through a rear exit, leaving his wife's body behind. The following morning, a customer noticed something unusual when no one came to the counter and alerted law enforcement. Palak Patel's body was subsequently discovered, and an autopsy confirmed the cause of death as severe head trauma. Bhadreshkumar Patel was charged by the state of Maryland with first-degree murder. On April 18, 2015, the FBI issued a federal warrant charging him with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. On May 25, 2023, he was officially added to the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list. The FBI believes Patel may have traveled from Maryland to New Jersey, then possibly crossed the border into Canada or returned to India. He may be receiving assistance from family or friends within communities with large Indian populations. His current whereabouts remain unknown. Bhadreshkumar Chetanbhai Patel is a male Indian national born on May 15, 1990. He is approximately 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighs around 165 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. He may be using false identities or fraudulent travel documents to evade capture. The FBI warns that he is considered dangerous. Do not approach. Do not attempt to confront. A reward of up to $250,000 is being offered for information leading to his arrest. 6. Ryan James Wedding. Ryan James Wedding is wanted by the FBI for his involvement in transnational drug trafficking and violent criminal activities. He is accused of leading a large-scale narcotics trafficking network responsible for transporting cocaine from South America into the United States and Canada. Due to the severity of his crimes and the scale of his organization, Ryan James Wedding has been placed on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. Wedding was once a professional athlete. In 2002, he represented Canada in the snowboarding competition at the Salt Lake City Winter Olympics. However, after retiring from sports, Wedding turned to organized crime instead of becoming the role model many had expected. Over time, he rose to lead a transnational drug network operating routes from Colombia through Mexico into Southern California, distributing narcotics to major Canadian cities like Vancouver and Toronto. According to FBI investigations, Wedding orchestrated the shipment of hundreds of kilograms of cocaine each month, utilizing cross-border trucking networks between the United States and Canada. The narcotics were concealed in commercial freight containers before being distributed to domestic gangs. Beyond drug trafficking, Wedding is also implicated in multiple violent confrontations between criminal organizations, allegedly orchestrating at least 2 murders and 1 attempted murder related to drug trade rivalries. On June 24, 2024, the United States District Court for the Central District of California indicted Ryan Wedding on charges including continuing criminal enterprise, murder in connection with drug trafficking, and conspiracy to traffic cocaine across borders. A federal warrant was issued shortly thereafter. In September of the same year, a superseding indictment charged additional co-conspirators within his network. The FBI believes Wedding is hiding under the protection of criminal associates in Mexico or Canada. He is likely using false identities and frequently crossing borders illegally. He is considered armed, dangerous, and willing to use violence if confronted. Ryan James Wedding is a Canadian national, born on September 14, 1981. Official records do not confirm his height and weight. However, he is believed to be approximately 6 feet tall and between 190 and 220 pounds. He has brown hair and blue eyes. Wedding has used multiple aliases including LJ Fay, Giant, Public Enemy, James Conrad King, and Jesse King. The FBI warns he is extremely dangerous. Do not approach. Do not attempt to confront. The United States Department of State is offering a reward of up to $10 million for information leading to his arrest. 7. Ruja Ignatova. Ruja Ignatova, also known as the Crypto Queen, is wanted by the FBI for her role in orchestrating one of the largest financial fraud schemes in history. She was placed on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list due to her leadership of the OneCoin scheme, which defrauded victims out of billions of dollars worldwide. A German citizen born in Bulgaria, Ignatova holds a doctorate in law from the University of Constance and previously worked for major financial institutions in Europe. In 2014, she founded OneCoin, heavily promoting it as the next generation of cryptocurrency, a supposed rival to Bitcoin. However, investigations by the FBI and international law enforcement concluded that OneCoin was a fraudulent Ponzi scheme disguised as a cryptocurrency investment, enticing individuals to purchase education packages that included virtual OneCoins. The value of the coin was set internally by the company, not determined by any legitimate market. OneCoin attracted millions of participants across over 175 countries, generating at least $4.4 billion before being exposed. Investor funds were laundered through offshore accounts across multiple countries and used to purchase luxury assets, including real estate, yachts, and high-end goods. The FBI identified Ignatova as the mastermind behind the operation, responsible for deliberately misleading investors, falsifying financial documents, and manipulating information to conceal the fraud. On October 25, 2017, after learning of the investigation against her, Ignatova boarded a flight from Sofia, Bulgaria, to Athens, Greece. She has not been seen since. Authorities believe she may be under the protection of international criminal organizations, or may have undergone plastic surgery to alter her appearance. Other theories suggest she is hiding in the Middle East, Eastern Europe, or possibly under the protection of corrupt governments. On February 6, 2018, the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York indicted Ruja Ignatova on charges including conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy to commit money laundering, conspiracy to commit securities fraud, and securities fraud. A federal warrant was issued immediately. On May 25, 2023, she was officially added to the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. Ruja Ignatova is a female German national born on May 30, 1980. She is approximately 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighs about 130 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes and is fluent in English, German, and Bulgarian. The FBI warns she may be dangerous. Do not approach. Do not attempt to confront. A reward of up to $250,000 is being offered for information leading to her arrest. 8. Omar Alexander Cardenas. Omar Alexander Cardenas is wanted by the FBI for murder and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. He was added to the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list after being charged in connection with a fatal shooting in Los Angeles, California. According to investigations conducted by the FBI and the Los Angeles Police Department, on the evening of August 15, 2019, Omar Cardenas fired multiple rounds from a semi-automatic firearm toward the Hair Icon Barber Shop, located in a small shopping center in the Sylmar neighborhood of Los Angeles. An adult male victim, who had no known disputes with the suspect, was struck and killed at the scene. Witnesses reported that the suspect immediately fled the area after the shooting. Investigators have determined that Omar Cardenas maintains close ties to local street gangs, including the Pierce Street Gang and affiliates of the Puro Van Nuys Boys and Anybody Killers. He is also known by the street name Dollar. Cardenas is accused of using illegal firearms and participating in violent gang activities related to territorial disputes and narcotics distribution within the region. On April 3, 2020, the Los Angeles County Superior Court issued a local arrest warrant charging Cardenas with murder. On September 2, 2021, the United States District Court for the Central District of California issued a federal warrant charging him with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. On May 25, 2023, he was officially added to the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list. The FBI believes Cardenas may be hiding in Mexico, particularly in the states of Aguascalientes, Guanajuato, or Veracruz. He may be using false identities, fraudulent documents, and could be receiving assistance from criminal organizations operating in those areas. Cardenas has a history of violence and is considered armed and dangerous. Omar Alexander Cardenas is a United States citizen, born on May 23, 1995 in California. He is approximately 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighs around 240 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes and bears a prominent scar on his right eyebrow. He may wear glasses and is known to have facial hair. The FBI warns he is extremely dangerous. Do not approach. Do not attempt to confront. A reward of up to $250,000 is being offered for information leading to his arrest. 9. Yulan, Adonay, Archaga, Carias. Yulan, Adonay, Archaga, Carias is wanted by the FBI for charges related to organized crime, murder, narcotics trafficking, and weapons offenses. He is also known by the aliases Alexander Mendoza and Porky. Archaga Carias is a senior leader within MS-13, one of the world's most violent and dangerous criminal organizations, operating in Honduras. He was added to the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list due to the significant threat he poses to United States and Central American security. According to investigations, Archaga Carias is responsible for overseeing all criminal activities carried out by MS-13 in Honduras, including murder, weapons trafficking, drug trafficking, and large-scale money laundering. Under his leadership, MS-13 has carried out violent acts to consolidate power and control key drug trafficking routes. The organization also engages in extortion, human trafficking, and exerts negative influence over local political systems through bribery and intimidation. In August 2018, Archaga Carias was convicted in Honduras on charges related to conspiracy to commit murder and illegal possession of firearms. During court proceedings, he orchestrated a bold escape. In February 2020, approximately 20 armed gunmen wearing police and military uniforms attacked the courthouse during his hearing, opening fire to free Archaga Carias. Several Honduran law enforcement officers were killed during the escape. He has remained at large ever since. On November 4, 2021, the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York indicted Archaga Carias on charges including conspiracy to traffic narcotics, conspiracy to possess automatic weapons, conspiracy to commit murder, conspiracy to launder money, and additional offenses related to organized criminal activity. The FBI has identified him as a key figure responsible for directing narcotics shipments from Central America to the United States and orchestrating murders connected to MS-13. Archaga Carias is believed to be hiding in Honduras, protected by loyal gunmen and corrupt political connections. He is suspected of receiving financial and logistical support from the MS-13 network, using forged documents to evade detection. Yulan Adonay Archaga Carias is a Honduran national, born on February 13, 1981 in San Pedro Sula. He is approximately 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighs around 165 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes and a history of using automatic weapons and extreme violence. The FBI warns he is extremely dangerous. Do not approach. Do not attempt to confront. A reward of up to $5 million is being offered for information leading to his capture. 10. Fausto Isidro Meza-Flores. Fausto Isidro Meza-Flores, also known by the alias El Chapo Isidro, is wanted by the FBI for offenses related to organized crime, narcotics trafficking, money laundering, kidnapping, extortion, and murder. He has been placed on the FBI's 10 Most Wanted Fugitives list for his leadership role in transnational criminal activities involving drugs, violence, and money laundering centered in Sinaloa, Mexico. Meza-Flores is the leader of the Meza-Flores organization, an independent faction that was formerly allied with the Beltran-Leyva cartel. After the Beltran-Leyva cartel weakened, Meza-Flores consolidated his own power and established control over drug trafficking routes from Sinaloa through other Mexican states into the United States. Under his leadership, the organization specializes in the production, transportation, and distribution of large quantities of cocaine, fentanyl, heroin, methamphetamine, and marijuana, with a primary focus on United States markets. In addition to narcotics trafficking, the Meza-Flores organization engages in serious violent crimes, including kidnappings, extortion, and brutal acts of violence aimed at maintaining territorial control and eliminating rivals. Numerous homicides, disappearances, and conflicts between criminal groups in northern Mexico have been directly attributed to his organization. Meza-Flores faces multiple charges in the United States, including conspiracy to distribute controlled substances, conspiracy to possess firearms, conspiracy to commit murder, and money laundering. On May 2, 2012, the United States District Court for the District of Columbia issued a federal arrest warrant for Meza-Flores. On November 26, 2019, a superseding indictment added further charges related to drug trafficking, firearms, and money laundering offenses. According to the FBI, Meza-Flores maintains close connections with armed criminal groups in Sinaloa and is believed to be protected by loyal armed forces, as well as corrupt local officials. He may be moving between remote rural areas, using false identities to evade detection. Fausto Isidro Meza-Flores is a Mexican national. Born on June 19, 1982, in Navojoa, Sinaloa, Mexico. He is approximately 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighs around 165 pounds. He has brown hair and brown eyes. He is known to use false identification documents, has a history of firearms offenses, and is considered armed and extremely dangerous. The FBI warns he is extremely dangerous. Do not approach. Do not attempt to confront. The United States Department of State is offering a reward of up to $5 million for information leading to his capture. These are the 10 individuals currently listed among the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives as of July 2025. Each name represents violence, organized crime, and significant threats to national and international security. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of these fugitives, do not approach. Do not attempt to confront. Contact the FBI directly via the official website or through the published contact numbers. Rewards of up to millions of dollars are being offered for information that leads to their arrest and prosecution. All 10 individuals remain at large. The FBI continues its efforts to locate and bring them to justice.